Enakoma siene tau pataete hatawa. Sini kianaku. Tana kumata sumai soneto maite. Dasanu katai sine takum.
Hello everyone. We are here one more week of light languages and collective healing intentions. I'm Ismael Rodriguez, and today we have the All Spirit here with us, representing wisdom, and not only the wisdom that is related to the mind, but the wisdom related to everything that is, the connection with everything. And we are going to start, like always, with some light languages to clear the space and to protect the space that we are going to be expanding. Tiku atak ianahuana. And Luis, you are the first one. You feel like doing one. Tukua tikuana.
Motoya takaushu ama. Oto amana kautukoata. Umae tao. To amae na o te amau. Muataya, mutua, utua kaiti ama. Umayata, umaitiaka. Utua kautuma itiata. Ukoata. Uamana itiaka. Uata. Uata iaka. Blessings to this sacred space, to our essences, to the presence, and to life. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Tua sukuata, sikuata. And now it's Wesley. Huana katuania.
Thanks, Luis. Kua sa ma ie aka kua su aka ka ia wa hua mua kana ni ama e a hua o sa na ma ia hua ki ama hua kua e a hua ta ia ka tu ta e a wa mua ka tata ia wa hua mai wa mua ka ni ia hua Hosana maia hua ta hua. Hoa ea mamuaka. Huaka takua. Kina ea hua. Ea mahua ta ea hua ta. Nuaka ia. Maua sai. Sai a koa ta. Kona ea wa. Hua mai ea. Hua mai ea. Mawa sa hua ta ea kua. Kua maya hua haya wata. Hua kata. Kua ia ia wa huata. Mawasa kua ia wa hua. Hua kata. Kua ia. Kia wa huata. Hua kana ia. Hua kana ia. Ia ma huata. Hua kana ia. Mbaya. Mbaya. Mbaya uata ia ma uata ia ma uata ia ma. Usaia kata. Usaia kata. Usaia kata. Usaia kata. Usakia ta ia uata ia wa uata. Mahua kana ia mahua ia. Maia uata. Suaka ia. Uaka ia. Maya kanea uata. Usuka. Suka sa. Mbataua. Mbataua. Mbataua ta ia maia uata. Uaka ia uata. Mbatatuata. Mbatatuata. Uakata. Uakata. Kuata ia wahuata. Uata sauata. Muakata ia wa. Maia toa. Muakata. Uaka. Uaka. Uakata. Mia wa hua. Usa eia sa uotata. Muaka. Kini eia. Mba. 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 Mba bohuaka. Mba bohuaka. Uaka taia masuaka. Thanks very much. Saniea ma uaka. Kia uatae. Ua ewa muaka. Kia nia hia hua. Muasa. Sunoa sania wa huata. Kinewa uyata. We're back. Kunuaka sa kuma ea wa uata iaka tuata suka. The plan is set in stone. Sama ea hua ea hua. Muakataki. Kineawa suaka. Kutata. Kutata to. Thanks very much. Shinuewata. Uaka. Bayiwata. Suba.
Thank you, brother. Quántico. No, it's yours, Melissa. Huataku Tuana.
Thank you, guys. That was lovely. Missed you. Irinitio rashatate manoto yareshikini mokuna natio roshatate manatio roshaka manatio manato koto yarinitio mareshakata manato toyariti anata. Ianato koshanatio moroshatate romanatio kumanatio roshakate manatio konatia roshata. Ianate shikomanati tia moroshakati notote areshika manatoto te areshika manati tuo yanetia rotote aretia. Ianata shikomananiti aroshapati natoto te areshika nati monota areshika nati natayo komanyaniti aroshata. Irashatati amareshika papaya nototo yareshika manetio noto yareshika paya nototo yareneti manata. Ianatati oroshaka manati oroshako noto yareshina tati manatio papaya nitio ro papaya nitio. Aki notoshuka pati anata yoro papaya nitio mareshiko manata. Iaro shukamana tatia no tayo shikamana to tayare papaya no to tayare shin papaya ni tio no toya nata papaya ni tio no toya mana. Iaro shuno tamani di tiaro shukomana tatia rosho tomani ti kumana tatayara tia moko shukatia nata. Thank you.
Tuana. Thank you, love. Tikawama. Tikuma. Tato. Tikumata. Tua makata kita nakatu kutukuchi makata. Nakatu makata kiyu tukuga takati. Makatu matake se tuku anakaka. A kuo takai o ma isa wa mate shiku toto isha wa ma. Enetio kotos ayo koana. Enetio matate shoku tutu ishititiu makata. Enetio nahutu tu shwata tikuwata. Eshikutuata. Enikua tatikua tatikuana. Kusua tikuana tis I okot a ko tai nia sakoto satua netia sakutu susuana. Osauna te enetiu matai si suana. Okutuana te sawana te sikuana te si sokoto tu isentikuana te isatatu kuantakua te sokoto tu isitikia. Onetikiu to isititiana. To isitiana. Oteki titiana. Ini titiana. Ekitana takatus ana. Enete ko tuko sako tes ikuata te ki tatuko so takuana. Onetikana tuana. So in order to let these energies flow much better through us, let's take some deep breaths. And let's consciously connect the sun to Mother Earth. And we will be serving as the link. Tiki uto teki tada. Wanta tiku anata. Let's take some time to do that. Siku anata. Dos os uanata. Let's use our imagination just to connect the sun to our body. And this energy we receive from the sun, we connect it to Mother Earth. When we inhale, we take this sun energy. And when we exhale, we spread it everywhere. There where we set the intention. Tiktat ak utos awanata. Ini kuaka atatu soko atikmata. Ini tanawata. You can also take this opportunity when you exhale to send any worry, any tension, any problem to the center of Mother Earth. So we take energy from the sun, we inhale. We feel our body full and filled up with this energy. When we exhale, we send it to the center of Mother Earth. We also send any worry, any problem that we might have been experiencing these days. Takuta tetik wok atisna evo anata etik oanata os ekuana o natiku nata okoana enetak onaisa aoku tostane kawaka sakakuta taisho anaku onataka etaku tesishana o takuatai enete es ikuoto akuota te shakutu tana ene sakuto ota yeshiwana aumana siwana huana ta setiana. Embrace this energy. Wutushwana coming from the sun. Eniawana kuana tis uwana. And feel that act of embracing the energy. And feel also the act of giving this energy. Enetika untana hutu tuana hutuana. Enikavana, it only circulates through us. Enetiketawana, we don't hold into it. We open to receive, and once we have it, we send it. And it creates a constant circulation of energy, flowing more and more, opening our channel more and more. Initas ukutus ikawata. Esa umata teka tutu sita no kutusho kututututututututututututututupa. Inat papate kupapa chica papapa tukupata. Sikutu kude namawa. Anaka kupata kututuku atatai kuwata. Babababaka tutututu isana mapa tututu. Anaka kupapa chica pakato kututuku shuku papapa. Atatatu esene, nete mate que sene, anaka tuto koto sene, te que te ti ama pa 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 pa. Ataka koto toko pa te que ti atukuata, anete titiana, o kakaku tutu isiti, eniki tiana ma papa. Initi titiana kaku papa chikiti. Iniki yana tatu chikana. Oma papa chikutu tutu shikiana. Ana tutiana kata. Ene titiana mama. Ene titiana mama tikiana. Anata utana mama. Ene teta kushuku. Ututu iti titi 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 ku. Waka kukua nata kakuuti titiana papa kaku. Akatuka papa katika ota kata kakaku tatai su kakaku atakata papu tatai nakaku tu sikata utai tatu tai shikawa mati kata otoko shikiana utu shika wana kahina nakaku tu shanakata takatutu chicha. Ukututu ishini titi anama papa. Anita nakutisha nakata. Sushi isaku sak. Oh, let's enjoy these energies. Inia nakuana. Let's joy flow through us. Eniuma ka otuna. In an instant, it will dissolve all the density energies that you've been feeling. Takutati netiuma ikoma anetiku tu sucha tanaku. You can do the same anytime. Aku tasuku tos akutu sawana, using your light languages. Anetikiana kutu osau natikiana. And those who don't speak light languages, just by tapping into another vibration, something that excites you, something that makes you happy. Enikua teti omakata tuisana. Eniki ototu titianaku. Anetataku totanana. Enitiana tutushitiana. So basically they were saying that it's not that difficult like as it seems. We have already a lot of wisdom and abilities activated to do so. Eneki kuoto tos awana kawana. And we just need to set the intention of really wanting that change, or really embracing that change. Eni anawana tikawanata. They were telling me that they are aware that it's not easy. Iniki anawata. But they were also telling me that we can do it very much. Tiki yoku ototo anakata, os o anakawanata, eni anawanati wana. Awanati ene hawaka hututu suna tuana, eni tu no tu tuana. Times to help also a brother or a sister who is struggling in this process. Nioana. That's why you have these light languages and your abilities. Eneko waka utos awana huana tiana. Eti uamate siuana. Ehioaka kutuana. Yeah. Wateki otes ineteki utatakawana. And let's start, if you like, with the intentions. We have plenty already because we started talking before we started even recording. We already started talking of so many things that we are experiencing. So yeah, we can take this opportunity to send love and to also treat these areas where we are sort of stuck or struggling. Enekiyetia makatuanata wanatikuo totu wanataka kuo tosoto kuantaki kukutu shina. Brother Luis, kuakatatos akuana. When you're ready, brother. Kuataka.
Motoa takai yotoa. Motoa kaiti tiukuata. Muate kautua. Utua mana utu tukuata. Utukua ituama. So intentions for myself that I continue to ground the energies in a balanced way, more openness, acceptance, strength. And that I can surrender everything that is ready to die out and to be transformed as well. And that for everyone too.
Let go. Takuata.
Yeah.
Kuaka.
Exactly. So letting go and transforming, creating anew and moving. And just like balance between the dualities, all of the dualities that we see inside, outside, up, down, you know, yeah, balance, love, truth, light. Thank you.
Tosokos awana. Des okuana. Trust as well. Tikiwakatuana. Because all of that you mentioned, it comes with also trust. Tikiwana. Trusting
Super.
that change is gonna be great. And as I am mentioning, I'm telling to myself that because that it's so easy to just forget for a while. And that's why we keep holding to the old issue and to that big contrast that we are experiencing. Tiki waka awotos awata. Eti yata woto atawata. Ini tahu woto buana. But they are telling me that the experiencing that is part of the process. So don't feel that because you are going through all of that. There's something wrong. There is nothing. It's not. It's actually happening to the whole collective. Tuwatawana is part of the process. Tukuatakabu totoinewana esikwata sakuata usuana. Thank you, brother. Kwata. And now it's Wesley, brother Wesley. Tuana.
Suakata iawata, muakana iamawa, iawa, muakata iawa. Yeah, what I'm going to ask for is just some healing energies from my ear, my right ear. Samakuakata iakata kuata. What lessons I'm learning within that. And Just gratitude for little things. Yeah, just gratitude for little things. And just being aware of the broader picture. How intertwined things are. Sama kua sana ia. Awa tuaka. Maya mawawa. Ua hea. Suanea. Mauata. Utuata katuakata. Tuakatuata. Mbataka. Mbataka. Trust in the changes that are happening in the planet. Sumakaniya. Uakaiya hua. Osana tuata. In the choices. Suaku. Muake. Ayahua. Suakaya. Awanea. Mayataya. Huaka tuaka. Kiawa huata. Suakata. Kineya hua. Nuata. Puata. Taiaka. Tuaka. Constant change. Constant change. Shiniwa. Mayuaka. Takuaka. Kineya masunoa. Sama uata kua. Iawa hua. Hua sana oata ea uata. Structures are being sunuea. Muakatini. Iniwa. Sua. Awai. Ni auata kuata. Kia mua. Sua ia wa huata. Huakata kua. Suaka. Aia uata uata iata. Sanma uaka self-realization. Sunua iaka many destinations. Sunua uata. Huata. Kuata. The flood of consciousness. Sinieya mua. Shinieya hua. Awa iya uata. Tuaka. Tuaka. Maia. Maia. Suka uata. No, for the planet. Sinuea wa. Tuaka. Puaka ta. Kinieya. Mawa suaka. Kunua. The pockets of Samua Tai, Shaniye, Mao, Aiya Kuata. The pockets of impact. Sanikiniuaka, Kamuaka, Taiyata, Sua, Saya, Maya, Kua, Ayahuata, Suatuata. Space beyond space. Suniya Huata, Taiya Kuata, Tuata. That interchangeable sukuata, sukuiya huata, set of beliefs, samaiyata, muakanaiya huata, the broader spectrum, sunuaya katakua, samawaya hua, ashiniya huata, sukuaya huaka, kiniyawa, paiya papuaka, sumaiya huata, sanuata. Inewa Suaka cooperation. Sanuake yiwa Suaka takuno. Many are working together. Sanuaka ne yiya oata. Sukuata kiniwata. Kiyawa payawata tuata. Coming from the heart. Samamua iya huata. Huata eyawa huata eyawa mayawata. Mayawata, mama kumbaka, kiniya ya maya huata, hoya kuata, huaka, kiniya ya huata, sunuwaka. The ancestors, suniwa, huaka, are alive and breathing. Suniwa, kumbaka, takumbaya wa, suyuwa yawa, mayawa tuwaka. Walk with us with every step. Suniya, sunuwata. Kana kuata, kunuata, tuata. Just listening. Sunuaka, iyo, uaka, takuya, wata, tuata, all about listening. Sana maia, wata. Thanks very much. Shanu maia, wa, wata, Koina ya wa suata. Sama kuatata.
Oh,
Kiniwa
anakuanata,
uyawata.
unata,
Summa
kuanata,
kantayawa.
sukuanata.
Wataya. Wakayawa. Oyawata.
Uh,
Kunawata.
I really love
Suyawata.
the fact that that we are doing the setting these intentions in the way that you are doing it, with the mixing the light languages and also channeling messages. I really love the way that we are doing it, because to me it really means evolution in what we do. It's not just getting to this section of the meeting of this encounter and just do the and set the intentions like a sort of protocol. Eneta, kuana, huana,
Kuatata.
tuana, but more naturally, in the way we are doing it today, is much more natural. It goes hand on hand with the light languages. Taku, no, to, on, tawana,
Tawata.
na, iyana. And it truly seems like as you are setting the intentions, the answers are being provided. Ania, naku, on, tawana, tia.
Mawata.
Many of them. And they are really helpful. Tiana, what you both said, Luis and Wesley, Yanaku, and Tio, Anaku, Tos, Awanata. Yes, awakens stuff within me. Taku, Toto, Wata,
Tawata.
Nia, Kwanata. It's wonderful. Thank you, guys.
Muakata.
Tokuata. And now it's Melissa.
Hi.
Hello.
Right, for myself, I feel like I would like assistance or more trust in my rebirth phase, because I feel like I'm going through that. To bring more creativity and fun into my life. To find the balance, gratitude, self-love, a higher knowing, an awareness of what's going on, and yeah, just to release anything that isn't of unconditional love or light from me or my new place. Like, I just want to cleanse it. And for the collective, I had so many running through my head, so I'm sure they know what it is. But I want to bring in the energy of forgiveness and to release the fears. It's just been going on for far too long now. Like, it's just been going on for far too long. I just want everybody just to release the fears of what they're being fed. I want to, or I wish to, send healing to my granny, who's got COVID right now, and I would like to bring in the awareness of, for the collective, of what they're putting into their bodies and what they're feeding their minds, and just to have a higher awareness of what is really going on. And I think that's about it. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Ateso ko tos akuata. Equana beat sovit koaka ku tushuana. Eta kuota hata so taika. And it's amazing because when we get to this point, you have said almost everything that I also wanted to say. Tikia tawana. But on the other hand, that shows also how connected we are, and how all of this is happening to everyone. Tiane, tuana, kuote, siana, yeniki, mata, kayanata. So yes, I want to set the intentions to be able to channel the energies better. Not only the light languages, but also the dense ones. Because the light languages and the love I feel is so easy for me to channel. But the stuff that comes with density, it becomes really tough. And this akutu and tawana tikuana, and there is so much in there. So watakuati anawana. So like we were talking before we started recording, we were talking about the extremes that we are experiencing. So yeah, I want to set in my intentions to ease that process. I know, I'm aware that we need to go through it, but yeah, I want to send love to everyone and to myself to kuate takuata, to ease that main process, and also for myself to have always that, as much as I can, the connection to my higher self and the whole existence. Tiki and tia nakuate tawatos oana, and at the same time that I am asking this for myself, I ask for everyone. Takuoto suana, and I join all your intentions because are also mine. Tiana, I feel them as part of me. So if you are at home watching this video and you want to also set your intentions, please do. You can write it in a piece of paper. You can just say in silence with your inner voice, or just say loud. It doesn't really matter when you are watching this video, because these light languages are going to be reaching you and reaching everyone in this planet. And if you also want to join us in these prayers that we are going to do, or say light languages, or maybe with some songs or some music, and please join us. The more the better. And yes, guys, if you want to unmute your microphones and join this collective transmission, Tikuama Tiana, it's always a pleasure to share it with you. But Tikuata, brothers and sisters, Takuata, Tikuata. Aramata, Rudera Kurma, Enaruta Termata Kurma Tare. Eseneti arana tuorma teredi diorma. Enetara kutoko totos ayarana. Enetara kataurumo tokoto soto koisenete. Sanatu koto saishi anakuata. Ete kiwata tikiara.
Tomoto akai tio ko mataka o tau kota.
Tusuana ta kiomata yana.
Toi kau
Tuana takisa makua tate shawama takiana takawatayana. O naneyama huona tai huomanai. Ene anako natai ene teo. Anakau matai ene te ene. Enakau tai anahu. Ene o mahanae. Etaku no to so madai ne uma. Inakau ne te se unatai.
Toya paya tamakaya koa tapisia
Taka
lautua ka utuma
Tishiwana
utua tia ka
Tiana
utuma utumana tati tio tokoata utua mana te ka uata utua ka I tiu ko amata omai tanau ko ai uata ka I motua takai tiaka. Tua mata titio to utokaya mokoa utoata. Utoatama utoaka I tiaka.
Tuata.
Ia wata kua. Suwakata ia wata huwakata. Maia bahu wata huwaka. Kia mahu saia. Maya ha ia wa ta hua. Ku atata ua tata ia wa ia wa. Ku atata ia wa ta hua ia wa. Mawasa ia. Mawasa ia.
Tanaku tutuaka tukuata.
Moto akai teo. Oto
Tukututu yaraka tutu yarakata.
Kuamana ta
Tanaku
ukua.
tuku tuata. Taneke tikuata. Tiki onakuata. Tikiana. Tuata. Tikamana. Nida una e
Kuma
nakuana e. Uana e nakau.
takaya
Ineti
koatai
untana e. Uaka e nakuana e.
takao taia
Tatu
kau
e.
atakao
Mai he nakua he nakai ne takau tai e. Tanaku e nakau.
matai tao tuakai
Natus akuatatus o arateke wata.
kau moto tia kau koa o moto i tio koata koa mata au
Arataku otanei o matayana
moto
tawada.
i tio
Saku
koa
aratayana.
moko atakai moto
Tiku
koata
amatisha wamataka
o
utatana.
takao tae no mano akai o koa ma taoko makoai e koa ma mao mao atae toa mao moto ai tua tai au
Yamakau hotu e ne hatau mana e ne he na kuo mai. Anai na kau no to i ne takau. Anai tau mai. Tau mai.
moto tau koai tamo motai tanahoi
Ta tukuaka, tukuata te kiwaka. Ta tukuata te
Mataya,
te
tamutu,
kiwaka.
tu matai, tiu mata,
Ta
o tau
tikuata.
koa, ia tau,
Ta kuata te te ioma.
makai, na
Iti
tua ma,
kiomaka
o
ta
tua
ti
mata,
titi
i
ana
tia,
kawatana. Ta kuana te kiwana. Tuku
moto e
toto
kia, kau
kuata te
koa,
te
o
tiwaka.
tua, takai, tia, o
Tuku
tua,
ana te
i
te
tia,
kiomaka tata. Iti
o
ana ta.
koa, tapata, i tia, ka utu, tu tua, o mai, takao, takai, mata, o tua,
Aisha noto yare ne te manato shoko nandi te arona tate mare shakati no kota yare te manota yare shakati ne te makota yare e anatato yo mare ne te arosha tate no kota ya manati o komare ne te arosha kota
Matutai, kato taia nao,
yare
kotoa kai
e
te o,
anatato
tau mutoi tau tau,
te manoto yare
tai me ai ahuai, e
e
au tau,
Nati Hashini tia moro shukoto tiare shiti tiaro papaya ne tiaro shukata yareta. E anato toto toto yare shakana tia no tosha manani tia no to hati oroshi
kotoi anamatai, kautoi, takai ni te o
yare
koai, tau koai, mutai kau koa, te kau tō.
yare tia
Moto i ti o tu mo tai tamu koa
tia
mo
na
ti i o ao oi ao yo
anata rosho tatai
oi ao i ao
Tiku mataka tsuku tutushi kawawa. Tikawapa tiku tutushi
ayoro
tutuana.
no toto te atana tia no tia shakti manati roto tai tatia
Tanata katushi wapa takutu tos nataka isisi titu toko isida takatas ostokutuana.
Get aware of these changes that lie heavy on your heart, but it's essential to keep your heart open to the possibilities of everything. Atio noto yaresh, yarota de yaresh, the yaroshata. Remember your creation yourself. Ati arosho noto yare ni tia nata tia morosha nata tia nata. Creation is you. Ati are tia morosho noto yare tia manata yorosho to tia re ti natio noto manata ta yorotata. Bring that light. Atia noto yare ni tia natasho kumonata yoroto toyo toyare yara shata tata.
Kai.
No to you no tayare shi na tatiana no to yare te atia no to yare shi ne ti no to yare ne ti tiana tatia eurotata e na taya mor tatia
Te kai chia tau koia. Moko i tau tua. Utua tata i motoka. I tau taiau.
na teo no to yare shi tatia na tatia mare shi tatia na tatia oro shi tatia na tatia ne tia no to ne tia Aku papayani tia orosho papayani tia no reshe tatayana tataya rototo ya reshe kata. Ia rosho koto totayana taya rasha tata tia monota ya reshe kata na tanyu no toya retea. Ia rosho tatayana tayo mokota yani tia rosho ritia natasha kata. Atia no tote ya reshe ni tia monota ya reshe titia na tataya no toya reshe tata. Iana tayo roto ene dia no noto yare shite matata yata yorosha manati anati yorosha tatena tapapayene to yorosha toto te yare shikini dia Iana tasha komare shinata te makopa yene dia marashata anatayo kona te arash Avotiare, arete amarosho tatayana tako, payanitia rapapayana tayo rosha tata, arinitia rosha tatayana tayanitia rosha papapayana tatayo ropa, oro tataya rosha tatayano toya. Natatia rosha tataya tatia marisha katia rotata. You're meant to be free. Atia rosho totoya manatia notoya ratata yinitia rata. Be free. Atia matatia rosho totoya nitia marosha tatataya. Atia rosha manataya ro papayinitio ro tatataya reshitia makota yarata. Ia kore manete arasho papa yaneti okota yarete aretata. Ayo para natata yoro o tatea natate morosho kayen mana. Ayo koro tatea rete ro papa yaneti mokopa yaneti anoto yarata. Ia rosho ko marete arosho ka. Tetea netia papa yanata. Oto yorosho toto toriare shikini tiemo kapayana toya.
Matika tukui te shiu tuata. Tau koa te koata.
Thank you.
Kia wa sa ma ia uata. O asa ia. Sama kutu wa tata tu ba ia kua. Muakataia. Muakataia. Sama kuataia kuataia. Baba uaka. Maya mamua ta uata ia wa. Sukata. Suakata. Stu akata kia tata u ayama wa chata suaya kata tu ayawata buta kine wa tu tata u kata
tamai takawai
bata
tau
chinoa sua
tuai
paya
tukuai
waka
tau
mata tutua batu bata kovata
Mututu
sayawaka
wakai.
iya katu wakata kiyawata Kukuwata, Chiwata,
Otayareshana tiana totayarene tiamana tashuko papayana tia rota tiana. Io roshana tiano toyana diaresha tiana totoyari tiana tatayara papayana toshukana. Ia rosha tatiamana tia rosha kono toyare te tiana tiarashata. Iana tashono toyare ni tiamana tia roshkota. Iana tia mana tia roshokomanata. Ea kora shina na kota ya ore ni emanu ore titi kate ore
Mai tau koea tamuta utoi tio tokoa tio koa ta uto to mai tio ko mau
ore ne are
ai oi nau oi au
ya are no te mora na tiare na ta
moi timu tu tumati
aya
Maya avotoi
na
piotoi taua
Kuasa. Sama wata.
aya no toye mana tia no tosha kate tia manu toto ya rete papaya
Pasatua ta ia maku ia ua. Aia ua ta kumba kata tia wa. Ua ta ia wa ua. Suma ia ta hamba. O mama huta tu ia pakatukoa. Ia wa ia wata wata. Ua ta ia. Kono wa.
Isha tia no pai ne so pai ne tisha kana tai mara ne te ara pai ko pai ne te pai no to ya te ne te mo ka pai no to ye te are te ana to shona te mana te urata ya
mai tisho koia moto akai kauko te oto toa mata i ti tauko atakai te utu amata i tauko shata utu takai o maka o mai
kaya no to mama
ai o kauama Motu ush au ko uto o au ku ush ana ata uto u tuata mutu koa utoa ta itio koata otokoa tamai umutu amae oma oe tau koana o tio tokoa te teokoa mo tau umaia umutu koa o toama te utu au tui tia utama iata. Mokoe te oto e tautua utuata i toma i takoa o toa te i tokoa oma iata. Uma aia ka oto koa o toa ka utuata uma tiataka utua e tauma umata e tokoa i taukoata o taumo omoa o ama oma e o ama
Oe a kaya no tai aro papa e no tochi ni tia montati ara na
taia totoa
e a kara isho tai ara tia makoma na e a ko Papayanete aroto te arenete shakatoya.
Sama iwata, kata iwa, ma iwa tuta. Kutu tu 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 wapaya. Tata, puya wata, saiwa, mawaya, puya wata, kutata, mawata, mawata ya kuwa, mawata, kata, kinoya. Awashaka tuwata huwata. Sama uya kuya. Masaka wata. Iwata. Suwakata. Aiwata. Uwatata. Aiwata. Muwakata. Kiyawaya. Awasaya. Niyawa. Awaiya. Kinawaya. Awasuwata. Iyakuwata. Iyawuwasa. Uwata. Iyakuwa. Suwakaya. Kiyanawa. Uwata. Iyasuwakanama. Maiyakawuwa. Uwasaya. Muwa. Aiya. Iyakuwa. Iyasawa. Suna iyatawa.
Motae takao.
Natopaya
Motoaya takao.
Koma shakayeni tu manotaya rosho papayana toyare. Yana koma. Oyata. Yana rosho. Yaro shaya natayo komarene te aresha taya ropo payani tia makasha nata. Yarosho te tiane tia makota yarene ishka manatia notoya mananata. Arono.
Taiti mata.
Ayar.
Utamai au koata. Motokoi ti uti koa. O mata utu. Utumate koa ti koa. Utu tuma I tukuata.
Yakure.
Mokoi
Nata
tiaka.
natia manotoya rata. Ia mako manani tia ropayana. Anato papa payo kona tayo payana tish.
Mai tekaya.
Ko sata sama kia kaua aya saya saua kini yeya mawahia uasai kaia hua muakata kini yeya masani yeya sai kuia mawaya Waya suyo ushaya tua kataka Kuatata huya wa sawa iwa ya huata hua kaiwa tua katakia kuatata
Tamakao.
batua bawa sawata pini ea mawa
Auto
bawaka
Toto matayo tamayo matai motayo to tomoto motoko tomoko
kuasata suakana mai ya hua iyawa huataya saukia kauataya mia wia mama wo ye yo 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 wa wo ye yo 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 ma wo yo 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 o ta ta tu 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 ma wa ye ye bata 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 ta o ta 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 o ya bata tu 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 bawa sakai
motaka
tamayewa Shana huya wa.
Toyarata. Apeno toy shukone.
Kuatana kuana.
Atieno to.
Suta.
Ayano.
Shuko matokoi takaukoa takai teokoi shi takoa.
Inata.
Uma kakutu tukuata shukuata te.
Masaliata.
Tukuaka kikuata tiwata kauaka.
Yeah.
Chata huta ya wasawata.
Aturuvaka tusukuara. Tusukoto ikuaka tatikuaka.
Tori, tia toia ve tia rushukotaia toia bukotia netia rotoia ni tia moreshata. Ayo monetia anitia na tamo koia na tia na teshukopaia na tia rata. Ayo no toia tia na toshiko monotoia re tia na taio papaia na tia totaia. Ato shukotia monototia re shikamana tia no totia re shikanatia morotatia na tatia. Iana toya rota te anatia rosha konoto yara tata. It's simple really. Atio note are shikana topa yanitia tota yara tata yano to shika manenitio ro. Iana tayo kona tayara tata tata tia rosha koto tata tia rosha koto toto shikatia motote yare te tia nato yara ta. Atia mo nota yare nota Tayo mareni tia no shokoti na tia kapai no tore te tashoko no toshikanata. Ano mareta.
So shikawata kawatas aobata tikawata shike toko toto suya nakato chisaka kutata tikawata. Isawamai na uwana ko ayene kiu mahaine kiu nain. Enekuana hauruma, enekiuruma enete shuaranai, guru seneum maragum, sakutaraka kututuru ishaka, anarakatatsush anaka, osishiana kuaranata shiki anarakata, onarakata sesiarakata. Yana sene suane gaune sim anai ene haur arana kaur rana tishi arana
Motai kama tamokoe kaukoai motokoai toko moto takao koamai motukoa takai otoko ama moto te kauku tuku au tukoa utukoa ma uma umai tia tuaka moto i kai timata ukoama umu tuata itiaka iti utuata motoaka itiata
tiatana tu siti titiana kuta hiana tu sitiana to sitiana koto tiana kata iti titiana koto to siti titiana. Makuaka ta tukuata tiaka kuata enekia kuata tiki titi titiana soana titi titiana. Wakata kuas otos ika kua titataka kuata niki tata kuaka oto sika to iana uata ene takua matia ua tuana tua kuaka takua na takua uaka kuata takua iena kuata Waka wata ia baba ia takua tatakawa tauaka takua takauata
Mawasaka suwakata.
Atua kuata na kuata tikawa
Ayesege wata ho tata.
makatuata tikio makakuata tea so ua mara
Tata huya wata. Nuasa utata ia ma ia hua iwa. Mota ia wa huata ia wa tu ia ma iwa. Mawasa wata. Kina waya. Uatata. Ia waya. Suka iya wata. Mawasa.
Awanake wakatu wanakawu wachakatucha washuakata kuotadiwa maka tuaka
Wata uta Maiya kata kunuwa ya wa hua. Iwa hua. Batakwa.
Sua taiwaka.
Matai maka o tamai te oe ka o mautoa tai ti tau tuma. Moto te tau tukoa. O takai mu takau tukoata. Ukoata kai tima. O tuma ai te o tuko. O tamu tuko tukoa. Mau tukoa te o koa. O tau tumata, o mau otoata. Ma tokoa te o koa, to matu tuata.
Tuanata te anata, tuoko to yaraka, to kuanata te waka, tuaka. Sukuata ne kuata naka, te tiwaka, tu sutukua, ta naka tu sikuanata, isiwaka. Suata.
Muasata.
Ti ko tuata. Utu koata ti utu tuma. Utu tuata. Mutukoa e kau koa.
Tusukuata.
Koata kau.
Takuata naku tuanaka.
Kota matutua. Utuata uma itiata. Uta utuaka. Utuaka itiata utuama. Ota koa makoa otoama. Motiaka. Otia. Otau. Otau koata. Ototoma ukoata. Matukoa. Ota utuata.
Mia matuaka ia wahua. So akenia ya humata. Huaka ia mahumata. Pine ya mahua. Samakua ya hua ia wahua. Masakutuaka. Masukutuatata ia wata ua sakamuaka tia wata.
Tuataka uwaka taiyaka kutuaka.
Kuata. Niwa
sukuaka kuotana kuota.
Muaka.
Tusukuata nakata. Takuaka. Toso ia naka uotaka. Esikuata tu kuata. Kuata no
kuata. Motokoa kau koa ka. Mako ta I tau tu ta I ti utu tama kau koa ta. Mako taka ete koa takau ko ta. Oto kau to waka. Makoa te to e kau toa takai tiko takau mau tokoa e tau koa
Maya wasata.
Wamamaisa, tu makai waka, doko sheke waka, to yenekiaka, to sanakayana, te hakuana.
Suatama uataya
Tatu takuata, tatu kutuata,
uataya wata
uakatika nata, otana te te kiwakata, te nakututuaka.
ata
Aku to tatsukutushtaka, otatikaku.
Bata eta uta ia huta
Ababai se chatu takuaka kutuaka kuata, takuakata, tu sukuakata, tia makakuto no kusatakuata.
Kutetutu amanata ko takae.
Utanaka.
Matuku ai taka. Tutu
Sukata kuata Sawata kini kiawa Ashuwaya tuatata Mawasaki yayawa Awa yakuwata Sawakata iyawa yawa huwa iyawa Maya kini yeya humba Inni yeya ma Sini yeya Uataya Kia Kuata tua Mia yahuwa Kusana maya Muaka Kiawa Uata heyawa Maya kaniyawa Basua siniwa Siniyawa suaka Eyawa muaka Eyawa huata eyawa
Matai kauto waka. Ukoa takai te koata. Oto amaka. Utuko. Matutu tutu waka i ti tama. Mata ututu tuata. Mutu ata i ti to mata i tio koata.
Bakua
Vai chupaka i chukwata.
Tukua mata i tio to mata i ti
Tata tutuaka. Tika baba ti titiaka. Tukuata.
Sikuata
Moto toto kauto mati ti oto. O mata utukoa. O maya takoata. Ukua mata o maitia. O ma utukoa. Otoama. Otoama. Moto.
Waka dikuaka.
Moto atai ti ama.
Koasata suata Mayakuna iakana kumba Iakumba ewa Oasaya matotua Kaya kumsta
Tutto kuata. Takukuakata. Ikawaka. Totokuata. Soko tuto kuata. Iti kuakata. Iti anakakuata.
Moto atatai ti ata. Uto ata. Moto to akai tio. Utuama. Utu tia. Utu ata. Moto akai tio. Omoata. Motu tu ata.
Uanatika kutuata. Titia kuakata. Iti anaka. Tuto. Titi anaka. Tutu titi anatu. Aniki titi anaka. Uto titi anaka tuata. Oti titi anakuata. Tua sakuata. Suakata. Sakuata.
Oyuata Uatata Uatata Naiwa Iawa Tuakata Naiwa
Utoia. Makaya. Utoma. Moto kau. Tokoa. Okoa taka. Okoama. Oto tokoa. O te tau koa. Moto kai kau koata. Oto toa. Otoa. Mo taiaka. O koaiata. Oto toe. Teo toama. O maya te teo koama. Mo te tau tuata. Motoa te tau koa. O koata.
Tuanakakuahana. Tukuaka.
O koata.
Utuana ka utu kutuana. Te ti
Makitau.
shukuaka. Tu kuata kuaka. Itia kuaka. Te sikuaka. Titia tiana waka.
Shana wotata kuasa. Suaka ia maua. Ona ia ta ia ua. Gumba ya wata. Oa ta ia maua. Ingataka. Kine wa ua ia wa ua ia maua.
Ia babai anamai nau anai au. Atea wai ne taku ana hinea nakau. Aina
Motoe
hatua ne.
kauto taue taue anao. Motoai tau tau. Matau.
Ne kumatai shumai ne takumatai ne tau. Akai ne ta Hawaii ne kau nai. Aue ne takau matau.
Mautoai tokoa. Mau tokoai. E te o. Me te akao. Mototo. Te atau. Mutua kai takaoto. Mutua tai to mai. Mutua te o. A te amato. A te ao.
Awane tau mate se ne ke o mai na ne takau. Ane ka kara na kau ne te sakumai ne tau mau nau.
Motoa takau. Motoa ka. Motoa e tamo. Motoa e tau. Tau toa e tamo. Tako ai. Toto e tama tau. Toto e tau. Toto e. Toto ama tau. Toto. Toto ama tai. Toto atai. Ate ai a kau, tamakai oto akai.
Ne tau maka tako te te kiu maka ne ke sutuku sana. Ko te tānara ko tō sana e. E ne kau maha e ne kau. E ne kau maha e ne ke sanata umai e.
Shoa tata o tata mai e akua. Ko tata mai akana ki e maya. Mia mama u asaya kaya. Kua ia maya ua ia mua kaya maya ua. O sata su. Wai aku atai aku makani ku kuai awa uai awa ua kataki awa tatu atai awa suno waya mai aku awa awa moya wa ua ta ua sana mai kina wai awa ua mai kaya kuna sana nana ia ua tu waya waya Uakana iawa, uasana iawa, muasana iawa, miawa, iawa, ta iawa, ta iawa, muakana iakata. Merging heaven and earth. Sunuwaya kuata, mayakune iawa, muasana iawa, huata, muya kuata. Kiniwa suata tuata. Kiniwa iwata. Uatata. Kiwata. Kiniwa. Suiwata. Uakata. Kiniwata. Muasaya wata. Putuata. Clearing out all contracts. Sunuyawata. Tuatata. Kunuyawata. All played ideas. Sunuyata wata. Sinio kuata. Pawata. All set of standards. Shiniwa, kuyawata, kunuwa, siniwa, buakata, kiniwata, busukuwata, kunuwa, taiwa, mayawa, sunuwaka, harmonic order. Buakata, kinewa, kinewa, suwaka, muaka, tuata, mushiaka.
Matakau tokomo te otomo tokoata te ko takai tikoa oto makai te okoa o tokoa moto te kau tokoa ma te kau tokoa okoa ma te oko matai tiu mata o tokoa motoko te aka oto te tokoa mo taia ka itia
Kuana, tiana, kuana.
Batukua.
Tukuana, ta, kuana, ta, tukuana,
Chama tuku ka ki putata.
Sukuana, ta, tukuana, ta, sukuana, ta.
Sukuaya.
Sukuaya.
Shiwaya.
Tikua baba kuata.
Awaya.
Sukuata.
Bawaya. Uaya kata.
To atai iti
Tukua.
Tio koata. Tio to
Tuaka.
Okoa te to mata.
Sawa.
Tukoa ma te okoa titiaka.
Shishuata. Shishuata.
Oa te otoma. Otoma i te
tuaka. Tatika.
O te kau.
Uakata. Osoko ishaka kuata. Ane de titiwaka tuata. To sokoata.
To mata kau tutua. O tō ti tau tukoa, o te tau koa, te utu tuata.
Ua
Mo
papa
toa
tika
kai ti kakao, o tau tu tama ita utu, amata tukoa. Mo tō te kau tukoata.
Ta tukoata te ki tukoata.
Usawata. Chama iawaka tukoa.
Ta kuata.
Mayawata.
Takuta titana maka akuata.
Tuma, te o toto, o toama. Te tamaka, koe. Mo taka, utuma, utuata.
Na kuata tia na kuaka. Ta tukuana te kuata.
Chama kuata. Mayawata. Suwayawata.
Atuata e
Motoe, mata, utumata.
Tusua akuata. Isichua katutuana kawate tia kawakata. Esoana kuana. Awana tiana. I feel infinite gratitude for you guys.
You're welcome, Mother. Before you say it, you're welcome.
Toso kuata te show wakatuana. Takuata te waka. We are so powerful. Kuaka te savana. Awana kuana ta. Esa kuana ta. Isi akuana. E akuana ta. Oda. Eyana wana. They are telling us to remember this power that we have. Wakana, and use it. Use it when we feel so much density, like getting too much. Any akuata iyana. Tuana ta iyana kuana. O anakuana ta wana. It's part of the process to come back to community. Any kuana. Tuana. And feel and practice community. Enia ka ontane I kawana. Ewanata wanata, awanatiana, eniaka. All patterns are still impeding you from feeling free to reach out and share and be and become part of everything. Kiana kuana is not meant to be only at astral. It's also meant to be in what you call 3D, 4D, 5D. Kakuotontowana tiyanawana. In fact, in all what you are, takuota, with all your senses. Enekianakuana, enetianakuana, asuanata, ekuana. You are still creating boundaries, but it's not your fault. You are releasing those old patterns. Takuaka is anna, anekawanate. Let them go. Kuaka, enitawanata. Do not focus or concentrate on them. Enekawanatiana. Observe them. Anuana, and let them go. Onakua metakuana. And start releasing all your fears to become the community that our ancestors continuously remind us. The Kikawana. They've been doing this for years and years, bringing this feeling back. Anakuataku to sawana. Etiana is meant to be put into practice. Takuata tuana. Enetiana huata. Auana kauana. Ewana tiana. Trust yourselves. Enekuata. Tu asawat. Enia. Awana te waka. Eya wana uana iana. Wakauna kawana. Ene ana kuotaine. Ene ana wana. Every problem becomes less and less when you share that problem. You have the ability to share anything you are experiencing. And when you do that, in milliseconds, you are capable to dissolve that I seem to be hard to deal with. Enete akuata ene akuta na tu ene kumanaka. Connect to your center. Connect to source. Trust yourself. That's the key. Kuakata tu kuana. Trust more yourselves to connect to source. Eneta kuana tuana. Don't let outer things convince you of something else. Uaka, that you are any less. Kuaka tuata, that you are only the body. Akuana, or the issues that you are facing. Kakuatana koana. Ewana, you already know that you are much more than that. Eneana kuata tuasa tuana. Esuana tuana tuana tiana. Join your own light. Kuaka. Enia kuana. There is nothing really impeding you to do so. Kuaka. Eniana, only thoughts and all pattern vibrations. Tuaka kuatana. Auata isea kuanaka. Au kuata. Eniaka wata. Ewanakata. And I can continue doing this forever. But I'm gonna let you also guys share something you feel like it. It feels great to do this. And this is a really good place to practice channeling. Kakuata always. It's amazing. Kawanata isekuata ichana kuata. Kuata itana kuata. Is that a sacred book, Brother Wesley?
It is. It is. You're spot on.
You do look like really like one of these, I don't know, rabbi or with a sacred book, like
rabbi.
A rabbi, a rabbi, or an ancestor with an ancient book.
Oh yeah, it's nature too. It's just some of my writings, really. Yeah, some of my writings that I was planning to get around to, but I just got around to them. So it's I'm not sure a rabbi though. I'm not sure a rabbi.
Well, you know that I don't mean really a rabbi.
No,
it's just to
maybe a rapper.
A rapper with an ancient book. I also feel like that, like when we are doing these languages, like they sound like religious. I know that Luis do this as well, and you do it also, Brother Wesley, with the ancient ones. But yeah, we have these figures or these ideas from the, let's say, rabbis and religious people.
I was only joking.
Yeah, but
I was only joking when I just said
I know, brother, I know. But that happened to me also when I'm channeling them. I am sort of making fun of myself, like, can you see yourself? Look, you sound like a rabbi. I was telling to myself like these things whilst I was doing these channelings before. And actually, actually, you, Melissa, as well, you sound sometimes like a priest saying some sort of things like that, no? And they just tell us to transcend the idea that we have from the past in terms of that. And obviously, make a lot of jokes.
I used to do it actually. If I met especially Christians and stuff. I've met a lot of Christians. Or I've met a lot of who else? No. Yeah, if I was in India, or if I was like wherever I was, and then I would come across people who were studying stuff for like a long time. So I would just start just rolling stuff up, and then it'd just be bamboozling them because they're like, how does this dude know this stuff? Like,
were you dressing something all orange, like a Hare Krishna?
Oh yeah, I was the pure example of rocking in with the either
what is so lovely about these light languages is that we break the all the structures of all this structure from densities that we built up over the week with all the stuff that is happening. We just break everything, we put it down, and we become the child again. We become the that's why we were laughing. That's why we were feeling so free.
It's such experience. Like, I've never experienced anything like that, but I've had like a couple of, I don't know what, but they were like teenagers, and like I had to come off because they stopped laughing, but like it was images of them, and they were like speaking to me, being like, why do you have to make things so complicated? And then they went into like people's minds and was like taking like fears out and past memories out, and they were like, all you need is love, this is this simple. And then it started like clicking to like places in the world and changing their accents, and like I was just laughing so much. It was like a comedian show. And like they were like, why do you make things so complicated? You don't need this, you don't need that, and blah 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 blah. And then I was just, they're still around. I can hear them.
They are around. And I felt them connected to the elementals as well. Takuata, these youngsters. They were having that childish attitude of telling us off in a way of why we make things so complicated. I was getting the same love, the same bombarding you keep doing things complicated. You keep doing things complicated, and they are much simpler than what you do. And before in the channel, they were saying also, there is nothing really created that for you. If you think about it and if you go to your light and center, if you go to the light, back to your trust, that crap doesn't affect you. Anything around doesn't affect you. But we have so easily, we can get so easily there because we are getting, let's say that we are dealing with the leftovers from the old patterns. We are doing the massive last clearing. And that's really tough because everything is coming to the surface, and it's like, wow, it's too much sometimes.
Oh, so funny.
But they were also, while telling me, as we were going through the whole experience, they were telling me, can you see how much power you have, guys? Can you see how much power? And I was feeling, I was telling, yes, I can see that. And I'm so grateful for what you bring to us and all of that. And they were saying, but don't forget that we are coming through you because you are that power. So we keep saying that it's them who do this, and we don't totally recognize or accept that we have this power. And when we go back to our routine, in seconds that can go again, like and again dealing with all the old stuff. Wow. Yeah,
it's very true. It's so easy to forget. Like, that's why you need to, we shouldn't need constant reminding, but we do.
we do, because we've been through thousands and thousands of years. We've been living in that crap. I mean, we are clearing the stuff from our parents and our grandparents and all that stuff, and that's why it feels so heavy and so much, because it's not only our stuff. The thing is that when we became the light, we accepted to be everything. And when we accept to be everything, it means that we are not dealing only with our stuff, we are dealing with everything.
I did, at the beginning, I did feel like so much weight on my heart, and I know it wasn't just mine, it was just it just all came in, it just roomed like that, and then I just felt like I needed to clear that. It was just, there's so much density and fear and everything like that. It was just crazy. The feeling, it just kind of just almost pushed me back. So I had to clear that a little bit. But
part of me was there. Part of me was there, but I don't feel that it's only part of me. I feel that our brothers here are also contributing. The light languages are naturally guiding us what to do or where to send energy, and there were moments where they were guiding me to send energy specifically to one of you, and I went through all of you. But I didn't feel like I went because I felt you also. It's I cannot separate me from you, because thanks to all of you, we were doing that. But we were clearing our hearts a lot in each of you, really. And we have to start talking like that. We were clearing our hearts. We were clearing our heart. Not only them, we. That's what they are telling us. Because if we don't do this, we are not going to recognize ever what we truly are. And when we recognize that, we shouldn't be afraid of confusing this with ego anymore, because it's not ego. We know that it's love, because it feels natural, it flows, and it's great. So it's nothing to do with ego. So recognizing and saying, yeah, I was there. I felt shy to tell you. For a moment, I felt like shy to tell you I was doing that, love, I was doing that. But then it's like, yeah, it's dealing still with the mind things. Why I'm shy? Because I come from a family like that. I come from, I come from a lot of stuff. You knew about it, how many things I had to deal every day that is coming back from childhood, and is coming back from the way that my parents raised me, and all of that is coming back. And I'm still feeling like, yeah, dealing with things. And just to say something so beautiful like, I was there, love, treating your heart, and we were all together there. I still feel like I need to clear stuff to don't feel shy, because when you feel shy, you stop the energy from flowing. We need to break that. And we are so lucky to have the light languages, because they help us to break through these mind patterns. The difficulty relies in that we don't totally see these old patterns in the way they affect us in every second that we are living. That's what is tough, because we are being influenced often by our own mind, and we don't know that. But when we do these gatherings, we break through all of that, and it's so easy to see. How's for you, Luis? You get back to become a rabbi. The Sanhedrin.
So much like harmony and union between like all of us and all that we were doing, you know.
Yeah.
And
so much synchronization,
yeah,
perfect connection to do anything. I was setting the intention to send the energy to the planet Earth, and suddenly I had an entity, or from Melissa, or from you, or from Brother Wesley, assisting already that. And that took only milliseconds, like just projecting and focusing myself. Let's send energy now to planet Earth. And I have all your support instantly doing that with me. And they were telling me, because for moments I was saying, I'm taking time from them. I'm taking energy from them by doing this. And they say, do not worry at all about that, because you are doing the same in everything that they are doing also, in whatever they are projecting the energy, in whatever exercise they are doing or dealing with, you are assisting them simultaneously. But we still need to break these ideas that that things don't work like we do things here. Like, if you are assisting me, I'm taking your time and I'm taking energy from you. No, at that level, nobody is taking energy from anybody. We are using the energy of source, and we are assisting in multiple actions, multiple things. And that's why it's so difficult to talk about them, because we are working so much, in so many things, so much and in so many things. And it feels great. It really feels great, because that tension that Melissa was mentioning, each of you had it, by including me, and Iki, Anat, all of us. So I was focused on doing a lot of work there, so that we can feel back the energy of source. Eneta kuata, and then recognize also our own love and energy. Eniki yanaka ota oto saoto eni yanakuana ene wama ene nanaku no toto ene anao tata ene teu eni aku no to ese wamata yena. And they tell me also, they tell me, remember that every single light languages that you are speaking through your body is you, is you. Every being that is talking through you is you. So just acknowledge how powerful you are. Kakuata te tikuata. Enetu anata kuanata. And like we were saying, we so easily forget. Enekuakata wata. But I was just about to say, when Melissa says it's so easy to forget, it's so easy to get back as well. That's what I was feeling when she said that from my higher self. But it's so easy also to get back. We just forget that it's easy to get back. We forget it. We forget it. I'm aware also that when we get together, it becomes much easier, of course. It becomes, effortless, totally effortless, because it's so much love and so much joy. Yeah.
And it, like you were saying, like we're taking energy from source, and like so it's divided, it's shared among everyone, and like it's the same source, but everyone has like a different hue, a different tone, a different color, a different taste, the way they express it with their own configuration, and it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really like...
That's how we communicate.
That's how we communicate, and we so often also forget that we communicate that way. Takuata tianawana tikuata tikuata. In these last days or week, I've been feeling telepathy, the feeling of telepathy a lot. That I need to get back to fully communicate with people through telepathy. It's like my soul just want to do that. Just want to start practicing more often telepathy. And this is what we do with light languages as well. It's pure telepathy. There is no difference. People can say, no, that's light languages. And I say, okay, it's all right. I'm not going to argue or debate that, because it's something that you need to feel inside. And when you feel it inside, you know that you are practicing telepathy with everyone and with so many beings, so many beings, so many beings. Yeah. Thank you, Brother Luis. Takua Tatiana, and thank you, Melissa. And now it's Wesley. How did you feel, brother?
Oh no, I feel great. Yeah, I can't put anything into words, to be honest. Samako tata, uwa eawa, uwa eawa, uwata. A lot of confirmation on a lot of things I've been sharing as well, even today. Samakuna wa eawa, uwatata, kinewatu uwatatata, mayawatu wakata, kiyawata, umayawata, suwakata, kinewa, mayawa. Watata, I had a conversation with a friend. Sinewaya watata, kinewa wata, suwakata, kinewata, tuwata, tayama muwatata, yuwata. She's tuned in, but there was a few things. Sunowaya watata, tayawata, kinewata. Tayatua, pauwaka, niyawata, yawa, watata. She got it like, suwaya kata, kunuwaya wata. Sunewa, it's about the bigger picture. But she's a part of that too. But yeah, so it's nice to get that confirmation. But it's not, I don't even need confirmation, because that's what's happening. And I'm just so happy that this is happening. Samawaka iaka ta kuwa ta ta kiniwa Suayata, tuatata, Sanayawa, tuata. It's just rebooting. Sunuwa, tayawa, kuata, Kushana yuwata, tuata. And I feel very grateful. Sama kunuwa, yawa, tuatata, tuatata, yawata. Sunuwata, tayawa, kuna uwa, kinawa. Just to have the connection, really. Suaya, kuata. Tuniwa, bayawa, shuniwata. And just recognizing Suaka Nikiya Kumbuata Suyuwata that that speaks back to me. Kiniwa, Shiniwa, Muyawa, Kunuwa, Sumaiya, Sukuwa, Iyawa, Shiwa, Iyawa, Tuata. Everything and nothing at the same time. Samuaka Tini, Nieyama Uwa. Hiwa, hiya, suwakata, kuata. That's a bit easier to explain, I suppose. Hiwa, for me anyway. Yeah, I could just repeat what I usually say. That we're under change, and there's certain delivery forces that are streaming through, and we're rebooting the system. Has to be done. Contract is already done. There's no stopping this. Sumuakata, Kineyaya, Uata, Tuata, the base plates are in. Sunua, Tuata, Uakiaya, Uata, Suata, Sumaya, Uata, the many tribes. Uaya, Kineyaya, Umbawata, Kua, Suata, Tuata, locking and loading. Uakiaya, Suata, Taya, Kuata. Working on many levels, Sunuwayaka Nakuata, falling underneath the one. Uwayaka ma uasa kumbuata, yawa suata. Sunuwata yawata, fuata, kuata, uata. Just recognizing that. So, Bayawaka, Nuata, Kiniwa, Uata, Sawa, Kinia, Mua, Shayawa, Tua, Bayawa. Sua, Kawaya, Nayawa, Ua. That's what he says, like a rap. Suniwata, Uata, Shinuwa, Kua, Yawa, Uaka, Uaka. Yeah, lots of clearing.
The ancient rapper.
Yua, Suata, Suata. Original Suata, original information, Suat distribution, streaming from many dimensions, Suniwa, Puakata, Yawa, Suata, many tributaries, many tribes, Sukuata, falling into one, Bumbayaka, Muaka, Bayawa, Suaka. We're coming together. We are coming together. We are emerging. Suata. At all angles. We are waking up. We are waking up. Both time. Sunawata. Yuwata. Moaka. Both time. Both time. Sunawata. And I speak that for myself. Sunuwa. Kinuwa. Shiwata is to balance out the Sukuwata. Katiyakata. Tawata, Iwata, Moakata, Kumbala, Suwata, Yawa, Inawa, Suwakata. The language is so helpful too, like, as in, when I say helpful, it's not like, not even, like, if you go into another level, you don't even need to be using it, but it's so helpful in a way because it makes you realize how much, for me speaking English, how much information is carried through the words, and how much sunuwaka tuwakiniwata energetic conflict has been transferred through the words. Subaguakata kinowa, suakata kuwata tuwata. So this is like streaming through sunuwa, tayawa, mayawa, kinowa, balancing, suaka, kiniwaka, harmonizing, and just communicating. Beyond structure, beyond this, beyond that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was actually processing that this week, like how English and my mother language, Spanish, is so influenced also from the past and dense energies as well. And then I was using the light languages also to feel the and compare. I was experimenting that with myself, especially in the shower. Enete kuata kia sawate, tika watai tia nawata. And that's why I was feeling like I just want to communicate with telepathy, kaukuana, wana, because it feels free, it feels great, it feels like no boundaries. And the more we awake, the more we become more sensitive, the more capable we are to create that discernment of understanding that our languages are still really like influenced by structures. But I am getting that one of our role is to also dissolve the structure in our languages. Here on earth. Enekuanata, Totontawanata, Eyanakuanata. And we are doing that naturally just by creating that discernment and observing it and using the light languages. So they are inviting us to also practice more our light languages every day in every circumstances that we might be dealing with density. With any person, it doesn't need to be in a situation where there is negativity around you or from someone. In any moment that you feel it, that you feel that there is some structure, you can send and use your light languages to dissolve. You say a rebooting, a reset, is part of that.
And sinuwa tuyuwata. And you see, like the language, the suwakata kiniwata. So there's the communication of the language. So then you're communicating with the spectrum of our so-called realization. So it's just not this. This is so much more than this. And this is not this or that because of what already is. Because the mind is always trying to find out.
Yeah.
The
mind always wants to keep you busy, focusing in things and like that. And when we might just keep a good feeling inside, but when we speak the light languages, we are feeling the vibration of what we are channeling, and that vibration is important. That's why to say them, to express them loud, or instead of in silence. You can do it in silence if you want, of course, but they do have super properties, a lot of properties, to many benefits to pronounce the sound, because it's vibration and it amplifies the channel that we are.
And sharing too. Sharing. Yes. Different. Yeah. So sharing information from different levels, different understandings. So then there's a description of the different levels and the different understandings. So it's not even for me saying that. It just is then again. So it's just this broad bass by it. So you're working out like the orchestra, just keep that playing. It's like boom, boom, boom. That brings this wave band, that wave band, that wave band.
And when we focus too much with the mind, we offer resistance to all what is playing, because everything is flowing naturally. And then when we focus with so many things with the mind, we become. Didn't you feel in the beginning like a wave of heat? You felt it as well, no?
I kind of. I'm not super hot.
I did, and that I recognized that was me releasing the density that I was carrying during the week. So when you get back to light, when you get back to nothingness, we feel that heat because of all the resistance that we've been placing. So it's a shifting, and in that shifting we feel like a wave of what is this? Wow. And I really wanted to take all my clothes off because we are in camera. I didn't, obviously, but I felt really hot for a moment that I say, oh my God, I'm gonna start sweating really if I continue feeling all this heat. But the thing is that it went after a few minutes. It just went. It just went away.
I went on a journey to the sun. I went on a journey to the sun. I went through the sun.
And you didn't feel the heat?
Didn't dissipate all, whatever. No, I didn't. It disappeared. I just went through it. So good to walk. It was bringing me up. And I just went through it. And it was a bird, and then I went through it. I was like,
wow.
No, I didn't feel it. I felt it, but I didn't feel it. I just went through it. Mwaka. It's interesting you said it at the start, because that was at the start, because as soon as you said it, I went back to the start, and that's when I came up. I just went through the sun. Well, actually, the sun was there, went through the sun. Went on the journey through the sun. An interesting journey. If anyone wants to dissolve density, go through the sun. Just burn through it. Let it burn through it.
Yeah,
go through all the pockets.
Transmute everything. I was this week also getting information about the sun, and they were, I don't know where I got that, I don't even remember now, but they are like holes or portals in the sun that you can go through. Big one. When you mentioned that, Brother Wesley, I felt like you're getting through one of these portals. They are like black holes, but they are portals inside the sun.
Amazing.
That resonated a lot with me when I heard that information in the internet. That they are portal, or that the sun itself is a portal.
Wow.
Wow.
Synchronized, so synchronized.
You feel lighter? Lighter now? Meli? Much lighter, no?
I'm total blissed out.
It's difficult to talk as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you, Luis?
I'm trying to comprehend with my mind, but like I shouldn't really. But like what that whole teenage thing was. I don't know. But I can remember one of my intentions was to bring more joy in, and then I was in fits. Like I could have been on the floor laughing so much just from, and they were just swapping accents as well, like matching with the accents of the UK and then like all over the world. And I was just like, what is going on?
They can take any form or get to you in any way, so that that the connection becomes more effective in what their purpose is. And the purpose from them was to chill you up and to create that opening, no? Like,
because it reminded me when like halfway through it, then I was like, this is like the questions that like Jack would ask me, because his head is just like, it's not full of like all this other stuff, and he's like, what's this, and I was just like, I feel like it was bringing my inner child back into me, like kind of way. Yeah, like
it's totally a reminder of that. Actually, we are doing that, processing dense stuff from the past. We are doing this in these times we are living. So also like a reminder to bring also the good stuff together that will make it softer and easier to digest also the dense stuff to kuata if we take everything with joy and the happiness that we used to experience. Ta kuata te kuata. And yeah, like we say before, I mean, we are capable to tap also in the collective energy, and the collective is also going through a lot of tough moments sometimes.
Have you noticed this week that you're like, I mean, I'm aware of it, but like, and I think Mercury retrograde is coming up soon as well, but like the ego is just getting louder, like in your head, like, because like there was one day that I was just sitting down and being like, you wanted to do this and you wanted to do that and you haven't done this and you haven't done that.
A lot.
Whoa. And I was just like, I've had a lot to deal with right there. And I was having a conversation with myself.
I was reacting also. Conversation with ourselves. That conversation with yourselves, I call it like if I am being my father and my mother at the same time. Because personally, I didn't have those figures in my life who were telling me, I don't know, giving me advice or support. I didn't have that. So now I experience my own me talking to the ego, like if I was at some point, sometimes I'm my mother and sometimes I'm my father. I don't relate it to my father and mother here on earth. I relate it more to feminine and masculine energy. And then I find myself often, like you say, talking to myself and telling to my ego, I had enough, man. Give me a break. Give me a break, because I'm gonna really crash if you keep bringing that stuff, because I'm dealing already with a lot. So
I know,
please.
it's like the amount of energy that you can put. Like I've noticed that this, like after the full moon, oh well, my sleeping pattern was all over the place after the full moon anyway, or during the full moon. But you would sit up and the usual things that I would do, they were like my head was like, no, you need to get that done, you need to get that done, and you need to get that done. And I was just like, no, I don't. I can do that like in a minute. But it was just like constant, and I was just like, I'm wasting so much energy just listening to you in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it gets when you less expect it. So it's so easy for them to take over and take energy from you, because it start interfering and telling you need to do this and this and this. I was feeling the same, like you said, like if my higher self was controlling my whole week, trying to control my whole week, and I had to do some sort of hold on a minute, I want to do this and this in my own pace, but you just stay there. That's it. You don't need to go away. Just stay there, but leave me in peace, because I had to have a constant conversation with my
and even
ego.
Much like the egoic mind towards others, it was more like I was just tearing myself apart, like just being like, well, you said that you were going to do this next year and you haven't started it, and blah 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 blah. And then I was just like, wow, like it was somebody just like
very pessimistic, isn't it? Very pessimistic about things that you are not doing right. And that's why all the messages we received today, they were supporting all of this. And that's why I was feeling them all like a refreshing, amazing elixir.
Yeah, definitely.
Amazing.
And you have to like sit and have a chat with yourself and just be like, well, this obstacle came in my way, I've tackled that obstacle, and I've got like you kind of rationalize it in your head, or you just let it take over, and then you got like that fast pace, like, oh, I've got to do everything and get completely burnt out. And It's never good if you listen to the ego.
I don't know if it happens to you as well, but when I allow my ego to tell me many things, I have this tendency to block myself. It paralyzes me. It paralyzes me, and then I need to take time to gather energy and break again through all of that density that has been created from telling me you need to do this, you have that pending, you have to work on this, and truly we don't.
No,
we don't. We don't. We can do these things, but in our own pace when we feel it, and it's okay to know it, but not like everything like we've been told, like this, and then becomes too much, and it really creates it paralyzes me. It makes me.
I was thinking about it like the other day, because like if you do let that kind of take over a little bit, I've noticed like over this last little while, if you let that kind of take over, it becomes a magnet, and more stuff gets put on you, more and more stuff. Like it might just be like others wanting your help, or you get more work put on you, or just like, yeah, you don't seem to get so much peace, and it's just like you just seem to get more and more and more. It's like if you let that take over, it becomes like a magnet. Whereas if you sit down and be like, okay, I know I've got these things to do, but I will do this first. This helps me, this helps my growth, and then everything goes smoothly. And I've noticed like the balance between that, like it's crazy. Like if you just let it take over a little bit, then just like it goes. Yeah.
Like a massive tsunami.
Yeah.
And then you are already under the wave. Like,
yeah.
So it's difficult to come out. Tawana, Takuana. I could only come out by like I say, by doing nothing. I needed to stop, do nothing. I get inside my copper pyramid, and there I say, look, everything you are telling me to do, I'm not going to do anything. And then when I finish this meditation, I'm going to start doing what I feel doing, not what all this amount of things that you are telling me, because Jesus Christ, it's like if
never stop.
hectic. Yeah, very hectic.
And it's not a race as well. Like it's like sometimes spirituality is not a race. It's
not a race. No.
I know sometimes it's the less you actually do, and the
more
less
you
try to understand. You actually, you're constantly growing. It's all in the moment. So it's actually it's like hitting that 0 point awareness, really, because you're not searching for anything, because it's just because it's that moment. Like that's what they would say, like, because it's on the moment. Because not the past, not the present. It's just in the moment. So it's whatever. It's like that's where I think. That's why I feel that you can go beyond the mind, because the mind is always like it's either seeking for the future or seeking for the past, or it's like trying to create this from that, or like, and that's the amazing thing, because you can create whatever you want to create if you really set your mind to it. But beyond the this or that, it just is like. And you're just there anyway. So we're just there. We're just there anyway. You're there anyway. There's a deep part of yourself there. These are just experiences that are unfolding. So it's all unfolding as it is anyway. So everything is, you're constantly growing, constantly expanding. And that's the way it is. And the more we become aware of the moment, the more we realize that we're more than our so-called experiences.
Yeah.
And you're tuned into what you already are, I suppose. And that's that divine aspect of yourself that's beyond all this, but still within all this at the same time. So it's it's all in the moment. So the race, that's why it's funny, because the race, it's like, do this or have to do that. No, like I just know it even from certain things myself, as I wanted to do it, like, but But then another thing, there's another set of awareness. It comes funny to me. There's many kind of awarenesses happen at the same time. So like you could see different perspectives. That's what I was going to say. Sometimes you become aware of you observe. You're the observer, so you're witnessing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're witnessing yourself playing out whatever's it's planned to play out, but then you realize it's just a play anyway.
Yeah.
You are your own experiment.
Yeah, we're creating it. We're recreating it from whatever it is. It's all mind.
Yeah.
It's all mind.
I know, I'm grateful for the awareness of it as well, because like that's another thing I started thinking about was like I'm grateful for being able to comprehend what is me and what is like the ego. But then I started thinking about other people, and I was like, how does other people just do this? Like, and then I see it in other people, and I'm like, whoa, like just slow down. I need to stop.
It's madness.
Yeah, that's all experienced. So then that's your level of experience. So then that's their level of experience, because that's the level of experience that they've experienced to be of that part in their moment. So you're in that moment. So it's the patterns are playing out until they recognize each other. So so it keeps resurfacing until they recognize each other.
Yeah.
Because the unfolding happens all the time, so it's constantly unfolding until it realizes itself. Because it's all self-realization anyway. Till you recognize yourself in the end of the day. I would say, I don't know.
And it's so easy to get to the mind.
Totally, because totally caught up.
Because we've been programmed to solve things with the mind. So instead of staying in peace and say, I'm gonna let my guides or my heart tell me what to do next. No, it's like, because we are all going through this massive shifting and change, and we don't know what is coming. We straight away activate our mind like in a survival mode, and then we want to solve things only with the mind. What they are telling us is to go back also and find the tranquility, the peace, and the solutions also in our hearts as a combination. I'm not saying eliminate the mind, no, let the mind collaborate, but as a combination with your heart and with your soul and with your peace, living the moment and not trying to solve whatever is ahead. Don't try to solve whatever is ahead, because you are not going to be solving anything in the future. You are all the time here. So
yeah, it's actually what you said there is very interesting, because like during the week I got a phone call. It was about a job I was doing, like me being a mason, a bricklayer or whatever. Like the universe, if you're out of order, the universe will teach you very fast. Like it's like, for me, it's like I could build something, and then if I'm out of order, the building will start switching. It'll actually, something will happen. Something will just happen. This is for me anyway. So I'm like, oh my God, this is happening. So that's where you start. Like for me, that's where you have to be super in tune with the certain things. You have to be super in tune. For me anyway, that's my learning, is you have to be super in tune. So, and that's why a lot of my thing in it is actually work with the geometrics of it. So I only work with nature, of course. So I got a phone call about a situation, a job, but then the funny thing, because you're working with others, so we're working with others, because we're working with I suppose I'm self-employed, we work with another dude, like, and I got a phone call, there was a mistake, like a big mistake with a foundation, and I was like, but it was kind of directed towards me, this, but it wasn't, because I'd be fairly firm, like, I'd be like, I was like, wait up, no, here, like, be careful, no, we you're talking to, like, and they know it, so they respect me, like, So on the way down, I was like, no, I was cool. I goes, right, this is a big mistake. I was like, so I was kind of putting it on my own shoulders. I was like, right, what actually went on? So it was marked wrong. So this thing was marked wrong. And then I was like, do you know what? I'm going to work with this. I'm cool. And I'm like going, Spirit, I need some help here. Let me rectify this. Like, is this, like, what did I do? And actually, on the way down, it all came together. All the patterns came together. I didn't do it at all. So I was actually putting on that reality with my reality. So I was going to embody that, even though it wasn't my mistake. Do you understand what I say?
Yeah, totally.
So I actually asked, I need help here. Like, can you give me some help? And I need to sort this out. And they basically all the bits put together just came back into my head. I was like, whoa. I remember the situation. I wasn't even there. I remember them talking, discussing where the exact measurements were there. I wasn't even in the circle. I was outside the circle, but I put myself as if I was in a circle. And I'm like, wait a minute there. I wasn't even there. I was there, but I wasn't there. And then when I rolled onto the job, I'd look at the job, and then as soon as I made the phone call, and I just said it was like I didn't even say. I didn't say I did. I basically said I wasn't there in the circle. This wasn't my it wasn't my thing, like. But I said I'll help out. I will help out, and with a neutral base point. But I was like afterwards, I was going, thank God for that. I was like, how many incidences like that has happened? And then actually, what happens is you can believe, like you can work on that. So those incidents happened, and then you'll embody that, and then you start manifesting your reality through that. So I suppose the more you start trusting in your connection, the connection with spirit, that's everything anyway, and the more you start working through spirit, and then you can realize you can start reversing your own stuff, like, because that was a big lesson for me, like. I don't know how many times little stuff like that's come up, and I'm like, whoa, this is mad. But it just all came together. It was like, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, whoa. And when I went down there, I did took measurements and did this, did that, and then I made some phone calls, and it was cool. Well, I'm going down now tomorrow, sorting it out, like, with someone else. But it was and even this situation is going to be dealt a bit easier as well, so it won't be as like, and it's not, it's not my boo boo, like, but I'm still a part. Like, I shouldn't be a part of it, but I am a part of it, so I'm going to help out it, even though it'll be half me, like, even though I didn't cause it. But that's the interesting with the universe. It teaches the lessons very fast, like. Yeah.
Super.
Masonry. The buildings are speaking, living, breathing. They can teach you very, very fast. Teach you very, very fast.
And we are also learning that
every day.
When we hold an idea, if the idea is positive, we can create so much goodness out of the idea or that we are experiencing. But if we fall into something that is affecting us from outside and we make it personal, we can also have so much power to use the density and increase that density within us. So we are also learning how powerful we are when we choose to focus in negativity and when we choose to focus in something less negative. Tuaka, tuate, tiwana, guata. It's an experience, really. Guata.
And it can keep, like, those situations, if you're not, like, for me, if you're not aware of them, then they can creep up then again, because you're not aware, right? This, like, you might think, oh, this is actually me. So then there's that part of thinking it's me. I'm creating this, but you can be created, but then you can create it, and then it's so then it's a spiral, then it's like a spiral effect until you realize, right? No, we need to start bringing this back into order here, and then start Yeah, and which is the beauty of what's happening. We're starting to realize, like, they're not. It's just not us. Like we're we are running it. Like we're running the show.
Yeah, we are running the show.
We are running the show.
And that sorry, brother. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and it's the more we start becoming aware of, because you know it's us. Like it's until we recognize, right, like this or that or this or that, and it's us. Like, cause we're running it. Like, and the more we realize that, the more we can, you know, shape our own things and change our own things if we want to bring in the love or bring in the whatever, because it's needed. It's needed.
It's needed. We learn a lot. We learn a lot. We remember a lot as well. That video that I sent you in the light language group about this man who remembers death. Amazing, isn't it? That video and that man gave me so much perspective about everything that I was experiencing during the week. That condensation of density, when I heard what he says, and when I remember that part when he is in the other side, and the guides or light beings around him, they start reviewing his life, and they start looking at a part of his life when he was annoyed or upset, and then the light beings tell him, can you see yourself there? That you are just wasting your time being upset with yourself and with the stuff like that. That gave me so much perspective about having more fun with everything I do. I need that one, and that's why I send it to everyone, and I share it to everyone, because sometimes that fear to death is almost like subliminal inside us, in our subconscious. When we see a gentleman like that one, so wow, everything that he says resonates so powerfully, and it gives you that perspective that you need to deal with the stuff that we are dealing with. It helps a lot to understand that you are here to experience that. So don't feel like you are being imprisoned, or you are being punished, or you are unlucky, or things like that, because we truly are creating this. It sounds really shocking sometimes, that why I'm creating this shit. Well, maybe you don't know that now, but instantly, when you less expect it, you just find out, and you say, oh my God, it was because of this and because of that, and because I'm just understanding more that I can use these energies in different ways, and also, design my life with more determination, let's say. Kuaka, tuaka, tiyaka waka. So wata. Wata, wata. Luis, any words? Kuaka, tuata, kiwaka.
Ukuata, itia, kukuamata, utuko, tukuama, te ukuata.
Atua katina kuakata, inia naka untua nakata. Iwana. Do you feel also like, do you relate everything that we are talking about with what you are experiencing in these times, Luis?
Which part?
Everything. I say everything because I am, when Brother Wesley say, do you understand? Sometimes I cannot even talk because I'm so amazed of how alike we are, and how with different things we are experiencing the same. So he was experiencing that with work, and I was experiencing that with other stuff, with my sister coming more awake of her reality. My cousin Naida, she came to contact me again, like in a massive way. But we were talking about these things that Wesley just shared with us, and I find so amazing. And that's why sometimes I don't even say yeah to note, but it's because I am really, really shocked about, wow, it's so amazing how alike we are with different things. And we are creating these realities, like Brother Wesley said, with with our own type of design, but somehow we are synchronized, learning the same things. Tu kuata, ti kuata, te ahuata. And that's my question. Do you feel the same? Do you feel that when we share these things, that you relate to them? Tuaka, tuate, tuakata, wana. Like, yeah, like that creates brotherhood and sisterhood, like the fusioning and acknowledging and reflecting in each other creates more union. Takua, tati, and aguata. And it's wonderful. It's really wonderful. Ekuakata, tukuata, tekiwakata.
Yeah, I do relate with my own examples and my own personal examples, but yeah, and I've been like reading about a little bit about yoga philosophy, and like it really helps to clarify things, you know. And that's kind of similar to some things Wesley was talking about like the observer and giving thanks even to pain, you know, and things cause you pain. Oh yeah, thanks, because it will purify you in some way. Yeah, that's what it says from what I read, and like I'm letting it to sink in, you know.
Yeah.
And it was the purification you were talking about before, with the heat, the fire.
Yeah.
And about the mind, like integrated, but like also learn how it works, you know, learn its patterns and how we can like train it, because like a wild horse, like they say, you know.
Yeah, it does become a wild horse. And when you think that you have all the work done with your mind, then you get surprised that you still have much more work to do with your mind as well. The same way that you never cease or stop experiencing your heart, you never stop experiencing your mind. So sometimes we think that we deal with the mind and one day will be up aside somehow, but no, the thing is that we are connecting them, we are working with them, so they will be always there, and we will be expanding always with it. It doesn't mean that you ascend into at one point that you just stop being your mind. Maybe when we leave this experiment that we call life, yeah, we will become just that consciousness of feeling, no? But
Ismail, I was going to ask you, I heard somebody say this week, like just on one of my groups, that I was like, she does a lot in the UK, but she also like travels the world and does like her stuff. And she did say she would always come back to the UK, but she doesn't want to be in the UK anymore because she feels like her frequency is so much more higher than the UK right now, and she feels it that dense. Like, do you feel like that?
I do feel
like
as Brother Wesley that he's following my chats when we come to the group. Brother Wesley always asks me, "How are you, brother? How are you?" And then I tell him a little bit, but yeah, it has been for a long time now that I find it very hard, Melissa. I find it very hard to. It's not me here anymore. I don't see myself here anymore. I tell my guides every day, I don't see the point of me being here anymore. And they just tell me, be patient, be patient. Everything is working out. Everything, we are preparing everything.
Like when I was like during lockdown and everything, when I kind of like delved into my spirituality, and I was just at home with Jack and just being a mum and doing my own thing and doing the things that I was passionate about. But like now that I've been like I'm surrounding myself with like other people that are dense, like through work and stuff like that, like I find the separation like so crazy. And like what you said about speaking light languages more, is like what I've found very helpful to me is either to like speak affirmations in my mind. Like when I'm doing my work, I'm speaking affirmations in my mind and still doing my job. But then I have been like speaking light languages as well, like just to kind of like clear the density around me, because it's just like it's like once I've been put into different environments, I can feel it more, whereas before I was just kind of like in my little cocoon, I suppose, and like I controlled that cocoon, if you know, well, not controlled, but like I had the energy in my house, like in wherever I went, like quite high, but then I'm going into denser things now.
Yeah, it's really tough what you experience, Melissa, because you had your nest created it. You had that temple already, and you were feeling cozy there. So if it's you moving from one place to another because you take that decision, we have this gradual adaptation. But when something happened, like it happened to you sudden, like this, bam, that's tough. That's really tough, because they take your tempo. They take your tempo, and that cocoon is not only your cocoon in your body, it's your house, it's everything, that is the energy that you've been cultivating, no, all this time. And
it's not even so much like, this house has been an adjustment, but I know that like I have not control, but like I know what kind of energy I have in here. But it's more during like my work, or like when I've had you mentioning sometimes like when you go into the supermarket and you see like the density, like I'm just noticing it so much more. And because I'm working in so many different environments now, then I'm like, wow, like I can feel the density so much. And I think I've always had that that feeling for a while, that like I didn't want to stay in Shetland. And I think with me just experiencing the density around here, then I'm like, wow, like it's making me even more and more like wanting to like evict that.
With what I said before, I didn't mean to say that the reason is the house. No, it's not. But the nest, your nest, where you've been used to live as in your own nest, give you like an extra support. It's like it's not entirely everything, but it's part of it. And as that have been taken away, plus what we are all living, because we are all living this, otherwise we wouldn't resonate so much with everything we are talking about. It's like on one hand the temple has changed. On the other hand, things are happening in a very dense level outside there. People are very angry with the, like I say, with the cost of living, with war, with the economy, with everything, and that is in the air. We are more capable, more than ever, to feel not only the goodness, but that stuff also. So it does impact in our hearts so much. And at the same time, like Brother Wesley before say, or we've been mentioning together, that is also a process for us to recognize that even in those situations we have the power. Maybe during the last week I didn't have that as strong as is today here, but that's why we are meeting here today. We are meeting here today so that we can reflect in each other and empower ourselves with each other by reflecting, by understanding, by putting the things together. Sometimes we just want things to spontaneously be solved, and we don't want to go through the experience. But the thing is that we are living an experience, and today we came to this point where our souls, your soul, Luis' soul, Wesley's souls, and mine, they wanted to meet. And by meeting, we realize so many things, and we put together so many things. Does it mean that what you experienced during the last week that was separate to what we are living today? It's not.
No.
We think that is because we live that individually in our own lives, but it's not. It's not separate from this, because this is also your life. This is also my life. So it's part of the continuation of what we are experiencing. But our mind tends to separate. We are here today in the group, and then when I finish the group, I go back to my routine and I create a separation. And we can actually feel that change massively if we create that with the mind powerfully. But if we understand that this is only a continuation, we understand that what happens last week is because, look, today we can talk about all these things, and we can also share it with the world. Can you imagine how many people might be looking at this video, or might come across with this video in the future? And they might be going through circumstances very similar, because when a video pop into someone's life, it's because they are going through something similar. They attracted that, and then they will get all of this that we are sharing with each other. So the reason why I'm saying this is because there is so much meaning on what we are experiencing, and when we do this together, is so much meaning, and is connected with everything that we are experiencing. Because like Brother Wesley said, we are our own experiment. So let's say we leave the group and I continue my own experiment. Who is the guinea pig? Me. Who is the rat of the laboratory or the mice? Me. I'm practicing with me. And any experience or any result, I will bring it next week and share it with you guys. And that is really, really meaningful. It's meaningful to my life. It's meaningful to Brother Luis, to Brother Wesley, to your life, and everybody else's life. And that's part of what we are doing here as well. What happens is that the mind separates so much that we just sometimes think, no, I was just in that group. No, this is your life. This is us acting in action. This is us being us, really, in our most purest state. And the light languages put us together, bring us together to experience that essence from each other. That moment when you just feel, actually, when you say this thing about the teenagers, for a long time during the transmission, I was feeling like a child and a teenager. So it wouldn't surprise me that I was one of them, because I was feeling so much laughter and joy with you guys, and like having fun and just breaking all the structures, all the density, takua, tatiana, and I felt the elementals as well with these youngsters. They were bringing the same to aquat, same meaning, and they, like I say, they are shapeshifters, and they can change in any form that they want. And they want to, if they know that they are gonna create a bigger effect in you, Melissa, by showing themselves as youngsters, they're gonna show us youngsters or teenagers. But I was getting the same type of reunion of youngsters and children, really, all together. Tuaka, tukuata. Wonderful, so lovely. Takuana, so lovely to talk to you guys. Kuaka, tuana, tawana. It's a blessing to have you in my life. Tuana, tuana. Eni akuata, tukuata. Thank you, guys.
Thanks very much. Have an amazing weekend, everybody.
Samuaka.
Thanks, Ismail. Suniwa,
Thank you. Thank you.
Kuwa, siwa, tayamakuwa.
Ciao, brother.
Ena como siene tau pataete atawa. Sini kianaku. Tana kumata sumai suneto maite. Dasanu katai sine taku.